And we're live.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Pagan Central West Virginia's Pagan Pride Vendor Show wrap up, and that is with House of Aeson. House of Aeson actually started out as a joke because it seems like that every time we turned around, I was always having products I wanted to try, products I wanted to sell, readings I was offering. I was adding this, adding that, adding this class, adding that class.
Mm-hmm.
So all that kind of got turned into, and someone made the comment, "Y'all, you keep it up. You're gonna, it's gonna look like the House of Aeson." So I decided, fine, let's do the House of Aeson. So guys, what we're going to be showing you today is what we currently have in stock. We have just launched houseofason.com that has some of this stuff up. A lot of these are one. We have one item. So once it sells out, it's gone. If you comment into the thing that you want it, it's yours. I'll message you after the live feed and we will get the invoice sent out and it shipped over to you nicely.
Mm-hmm.
The dream with House of Aeson is to create a lot of products that I've used over the years, enjoy, and do it at a good rate. Because I see a lot of stuff that is supposed to be doing stuff, and I'm like, that ain't got that in it. I don't care what you say you use, but that ain't got that in it. To curate products that I enjoy from artisans I like and use.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and some of these things are limited editions, meaning that that artist is no longer producing it. I have it in stock. I'm not going to be using it anytime soon, so it's like put it up for sale. The other things are things I make myself. Our bath salts currently, and we will be expanding out, within next year because vending's kind of off for this year. To include things like spell kits, to include things like custom incense blends
Absolutely.
that are made correctly, meaning I use the proper moon sign, everything else together.
Oh dear. Facebook is apparently creating sharing issues.
All right, I'm on it.
Alrighty. Crap. So we've been talking to Dead Air. Is that what we just did?
No, we're talking to like 5 different pages, guys. So,
Oh, okay, cool. Hi, glad you're listening.
yeah.
Oh, so glad you heard me sneeze. It was great.
hmm Yeah, we're going live all over the place. So this will move very quickly, guys, and it'll be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hopefully, once I get it shared into the event that I want to do. And we may start doing the more lives like this where we're sharing out and um, showing, new products being brought in, uh,
Mm-hmm.
new products being used, new products, building out. Um,
Yeah.
because we want you guys to be able to find this. We have no plans to set up a brick and mortar store. I ain't affiliate, I ain't losing my affiliations with my current stores because I know there's been a lot of talk about that. But it ain't
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of one of those things like when people do kind of see things changing,
happening.
it does kind of hit that moment where it's like, are you leaving us?
Yeah.
Like, are you going to become competition?
hmm
Like, we like having you here.
Yeah. And
So, no, that's not the deal.
that's not our deal. Um, at all. That's not where we're heading to. That's not what we're doing. Um, Only thing we're doing is I'm starting to create product. I'm also going to be doing some jewelry over the
Mhm.
winter because that's a winter thing for me. Because it's a great time to create um, and allow things to kind of move out and move in.
Yeah.
Um, we do have some products that and I will post that this is a one of a kind or this is a one time thing, like our card decks. Our card decks have been opened. They've been flipped through and done for review, and then they've been put back in the box. They come presaged, but I would recommend you presaging them. And our first one up tonight is a deck that you guys saw me do a review on. It's called Monology Oracles. This deck is $5.
Yes. So, okay, so what the Monology one, now that's the one that looks and like associates different phases of the moon with what,
Right.
something else?
Yeah, different phases of the moon with different meanings. Example, this is a cardinal moon. It says be bold and make first changes.
Ah,
Yeah, this is a north node. See the artistry? This
oh,
is what the, well, let me find my camera.
there you go.
Yeah,
Oh, those are
that
pretty.
looks like.
Mm-hmm. So with every deck, you usually have one card you always think is the most. Oh, and I think I just found it. Is that the most awesomest card in the
This
deck?
one is. It's the new moon eclipses. Now we've had a lot of these, but this artwork is gorgeous on this deck. The
Mm-hmm.
card stock's about medium quality, and that's mainly the reason I'm not keeping a lot of these decks is because they're not on what I call professional card stock. Y'all guys got to remember, I do thousands of readings a year. We replace decks about every 6 months. We have started the business card retirement program for my decks. So
Yes. Hey,
yeah,
Beverly.
Beverly. Um, so guys, this is the Monology deck. It's $5. It's done 2 flip throughs, and I think I've done a few test readings. Again, great deck if you're trying to learn your moon signs or you feel very connected to the moon. If you want it, you can either email down there, orders at House of Aeson, or you can post into the comments and we will get in contact with you about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now we ship United Postal Service, so you should have it within a couple days. Our next deck, huh?
Well, we will ship it out as quickly as we can, and we will try to get it to you within a couple of days. Continental 48. Only thing I gotta ever say there right now is y'all been watching the news. Y'all been watching the news. The Postal Service is getting crazy.
Well, it's getting hard, but you know, hi Heidi. But no, we will be shipping out in general through the postal service, and we will do it as cheaply as possible for you all because we are just going to charge you the shipping cost. There's not going to be a handling cost to wrap it up and box it out.
Exactly.
All right, so the next deck up is Heal Yourself reading cards. This is by E.S. Sergal. Now this deck I found pretty.
That does. That's got a lot of like warrior imagery. Like
It does, and a lot of fantasy imagery. It takes on different issues that could be holding you back or issues you have problems with, like sexuality. Maybe you're having problems with temptation. Look at the artistry here. It's very nice. High quality cards. This is what the back looks like. Wild.
Nice.
See what you mean?
Oh.
Here's one. Beauty. And she is a beauty. Cardstocks again, medium quality. I think this would be great for someone that's looking to do a little shadow work, which I know Gwen has been doing a weekly shadow work thing. This one's a little darker, but a little funner. It's a hole in the soul. Home.
Now, I know sometimes you run into issues with decks and their imagery not being easy to read. How does this one sort out?
This one sorts out pretty well for an Oracle deck. Now, it doesn't have the direct meanings to it. You do have to have the guidebook. This is Phoenix Rising. Unleash your creativity. I think these would be awesome journal prompts. Heidi's saying she's not good at cards. With Oracle cards, it's much easier because they have defined meanings. And one of the decks we'll be looking at today actually has the meaning right on the cards. It's an open the box and start reading.
Oh,
so this is kind of what the artwork looks like on the Heal Yourself deck. We have one of them. Monology, we have one of them. All our decks, we only have one copy, and it'll be first order, first gets. If it's the first one in the email or first one in Messenger, that's where it's going.
Oh, is an Oracle deck the same as a Mystic Cat Tarot deck?
No, it is not.
Good information. Hello, Gwen.
Hello, Gwen. Yeah, we got it shared out, doing great. No, a tarot deck is completely different from an oracle deck. Oracle decks are kind of like a custom or a singular deck for a direct purpose. Like this one is about healing yourself, being able to do readings. The heal yourself one.
Ah, so Heidi has the Mystic Cat Tarot deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah. Now that sounds like maybe that's one that you wouldn't have normally told someone, hey, go get that one.
Well, it's one that I wanted to check out and see. All right, so Ben wants the Heal Yourself deck. I'm confirming that.
Going once, going twice. Yeah, Heidi's trying to understand. So it's more like a shadow working deck.
This deck is more like a deck if you're having repetitive issues, if you're working through your shadow work, if you're really needing to find out, okay, I've done everything, I'm meditating. All right, so Ben, this deck's gone, but I'll talk about this deck. This deck is designed for releasing the old problems. Maybe you're meditating, you're walking, you're eating clean, you're doing everything you have to, and you're still hitting problems. $5 is what the Oracle decks are going for, Beverly.
Yeah, so the Moon deck and this one are both $5.
Yeah. This deck is very comfortable, very easy to deal with, but it's more, okay, I don't understand this situation. Why am I going through this again? This deck will answer that and kind of help you work through that.
Wow, so Heidi's been looking for a deck like that for a while.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
The Heal Yourself decks, they are available elsewhere. They're all over the internet for a little bit more.
Yeah, that was the first deck that we had up. That's Monology
deck.
Yes. Very cool, very cool.
All right, so Ben has the Heal Yourself deck. We'll be taking care of that order in a little bit.
There we go. Beverly's
wants the Moon deck.
Awesome. Alrighty, so got to move quick apparently today.
Yes, you did.
Yes. Well, and that's sometimes the problem with having one, because explain how we ended up with these decks. Let's go ahead and start there, because you've been wanting to test out a few different decks.
Well, originally, and the reason these decks were bought, they were bought for me to do reviews, because there's a lot of decks out there. There's a lot of new Oracle decks always coming out, and I kept seeing decks on Wish for $7, $8, $10. That's where these decks come from. They were bought specifically for reviews. They've never been used in full out work. And you'll be noticing, like, our Patreons. No, Heidi, ask questions. This is, we want questions.
Yeah. And we are sorry to hear you've had issues with others over the years. That can create believe me, we can understand.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know both of us have had kind of some professional things where people ran off with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or you loan something out, God knows, I have books. If I charged fees for some of my books, I'd be a millionaire on getting those returned.
Right.
But sometimes you even forget who you lent them to.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Operate the pagan library. But so but no, they're out there. I may get some more in stock if we really look interesting for it.
Ooh, yeah. Sticky finger people.
Mm-hmm. Have them all the time. A little bit of brick dust at the foot of the door will fix that.
Oh, there is that. Hey, we got to try that.
Yeah.
For me, because I tend to attract sticky finger people
mm-hmm.
who walk up with stuff, and it's like, hey.
All right, so our next one up is the Oracle of the Shapeshifters. Now, I think the imagery on this one is gorgeous. I just reviewed it this morning, and Patreon will enjoy that sometime this month, and then it'll eventually come out to YouTube for the review.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here's the back of the imagery. Of course, this deck is $12 because it is an Oracle deck.
Yay!
And in, our first card up is Deep Dark Sea Mermaid. Find solutions to the unknown places in the darkness. Now, as you see, these have the meanings at the bottom. So there isn't a lot of study. It's very frenzy, very fun, great artisan work.
Aww.
And of course, this is my favorite. Wolfman.
Aww.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you managed to make like a semi-sexual wolf image like cute, but that is like a semi-sexual wolf image that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's so cool.
Yeah. Some of this artwork is gorgeous.
Aww.
And twisting the tails, an unexpected change you didn't see coming. Very pretty, very pretty. Miss Spider.
Ooh. Aww. Like all these images are like, oh, to me. Like that's what I'm getting hit with. Is it's just a cute deck. It's like the kind of deck you just carry around and like it's the under the radar deck. Like everyone's just like, those are so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh my gosh. Oh, hi Shannon, and oh dear.
Yeah. So with this deck, it's really nice. It's great for preteens that you're wanting to get into cards, but you don't think they're ready for tarot. It's great for someone that really likes the cutesy doll imagery. It's great as just a standard Oracle reading deck. It's on medium quality paper, so it's for the average user. It's not really cheap. We're not going, if a deck comes in that I can take, because I'm going to continue doing these on my YouTube channel. But if it comes in and it's crappy paper, guess what? It gets regulated. I don't care if it's the whole deck. It's going to get regulated over to the lovely world of business cards.
Oh, yeah, because, well, let's explain, though. This isn't everything we've got.
Right.
Like, you ordered other stuff, and that's already in, like, a, laugh joke pile.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's an example.
Oh, so yeah.
I always get complaints that my cards are too big. So I thought I would order the mini tarot. Right?
Cute box.
Cute box, lovely cards, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is awesome. I don't care how small their hands are, they can shuffle it. Yeah. And by the way, these are not for sale. I would never sell these to somebody else.
No, but we're giving you an example of the reject pile. This is the reject pile, not available for sale. It is too ugly for human consumption.
Yeah.
We regret what we spent.
See this? Doesn't it look like a lovely small tarot card?
Except
they're stickers.
They are. They're stickers.
They're stickers. They're going in my planner.
And they're not even good stickers.
I know.
That's the worst part about it, is this is like washi tape, like bad inkjet, ew.
Yep.
It is so bad.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was a total, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, these are, and we have 2 sets of these. I don't know, I may throw them in a grab bag or something, but no, we're not going to carry that quality. We're not going to put off that quality. We're not going to use that quality. If I would use it as an average user, I won't be selling it ever in House of Aeson. I don't do crap.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. The idea is awesome.
Right.
And when someone finally does it correctly, it'll be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now I just remember you in the car opening that envelope, and you got so excited because you're like, oh, they're here. And you open that box, and it was just like, like a kid thinking they're getting this really amazing toy, and they open the box, and it's like a world supply of socks.
Yeah.
Not cute socks, just white, like knee-high crew socks.
Yep.
And you were just like, this is the crappiest thing I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
So, those are one of the rejects. We ordered some jewelry. It came in. I looked at it, wore a piece of it. It turned green. We aren't ordering from that supplier again. Are we posting it?
Hi, Emily. Right. Yes, total kish. And yeah, Heidi, that's awesome. And welcome to your first Pagan Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. Yep. But no, backing up a little bit, Heidi pointed out her youngest is the gifts, and she's been teaching her as she comes to me with questions about it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, and taking it slow, that's the way it should do.
Oh, that is a mountain of work, but that will be amazing.
Emily, you need to see me privately.
Yes.
Because I have a company that has offered to produce a deck of cards. Problem is I haven't found an artist that wants to do that number of works. And go, okay, you get 50% of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So our next deck up is called the Past Life Oracle Cards. Now, this is a Doreen Valiente and Brian Nell West. As you know, Doreen Valiente is no longer producing either Oracle cards, or she's producing heavily Christian cards. This is one of her last decks. Mm-hmm. And at that, they're okay. I mean, I can tell that Brian had to do a lot of the work here. They're on medium quality paper. They are gold foiled, which is nice. It holds up fairly well. It ain't coming off my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really basic, simple cards like Wisdom, Farm, Mother, Egypt, Male, Female, Atlantis. Were you an Atlantean in a past life? Maybe you were a medicine man or medicine woman. The arts. Where were you? Were you in Were you a Celt? Were you in the Upper Isles? Maybe you were leaving or traveling during a time. Maybe you keep having food issues in your life now, and you're trying to figure out why. This card could come up when you're looking at this. And this is one of the hardest ones when working with this deck and looking at past lives and past interactions, why you just instantly have problems with people, is learning to give forgiveness for things that technically the soul did, but the body did not. Or maybe you were a pirate. Now, this card should pop up for a lot of us in our group, and it's High Priest or High Priestess. So if you feel like that you want to work in your past lives, if you want to help people in their past lives, this is a great Oracle deck to kind of look at where you need to head to. I would also use this deck if you have continual issues, i.e., and I'm not poking fun at him, I severely believe Joe was hung multiple times in past lives.
Yes, we've had that conversation. Like, just from all the neck issues. It's right. Like, yeah, it's crazy. But I will say, I think that was oddly one of the prettiest decks, or like the highest quality deck that we got in. Like, with the gold edging, and like, it's definitely a reproduction.
It is.
Like, no one should be fooled. These are not, like, that was not an original.
Yeah,
but it's so damn close.
This is probably a deck that was in process of being made, and when she killed the contract with Hay House. And that's why they've gone into the secondary markets. This one is, again, a $5 deck. It's medium quality. If you want it, just message me or post in the comments if you want to work on your past lives. And rounding out our cards today is the Witch's Tarot. This will be going for $10. This is a pretty deck. It's a very gorgeous deck. It's just, and it's small. It's about hand size.
Mm-hmm.
Get it to focus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very nice artwork. Very pagan influenced. I will say this is a mid-level reader's deck. This is not something for a brand new person because it is missing a lot of the traditional symbolism. Some of the names of the cards have been changed.
Oh.
Yeah, like it doesn't have a devil. I was a little disappointed because with the quality of this artwork, can you imagine what that devil would have looked like?
Wow.
Here's Justice.
So, how did it replace that card?
It's renamed the High Priest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aw, dude's always getting bad raps.
Right. The Tower. Here's one that's great symbolism if you're Norse. It is the Hangman. It has Odin's raven there watching him going, "Why are you doing this?"
Oh.
There's the pretty. But no, the artistry is really nice. It's very smooth. The edges of the cards are cut well. You're not going to have a lot of refining to do. They hollow up well. They shuffle easy. They're not sticking together. But again, this deck is probably, a good average user's deck. Here's another card people like to see the imagery on. Here's the Death card, and it is so traditional that ain't funny.
Wow. That's a lot of bright colors on those. Like a lot of the tarot decks I've noticed, like especially the artistic ones, always tend to go a little muted or like a watercolor or
no, this is like graphic imaging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Those are really, really nice.
And there is a karma card in place of judgment.
Great. Well, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
So, like on the substitution cards, how do you feel like that changes the meaning a lot, or does that kind of okay, I can see what they were thinking?
I don't think it does because it just removes the Christian influence that was in the cards.
Ah.
Here we go. Card 5. The High Priest.
Oh, there we go.
There we are. Tell you guys, I'll figure out where the camera's at very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the Fool. All important. It's got the pup. It's got him walking off the cliff. It's got his bag. It's got some of the great basic symbolism. But no, this is a very nice deck for someone that's looking to add to their tarot collection. It is the Witch's Tarot. It's very elegant. Ooh, one card decided to stay behind.
Oh. Who's the straggler?
The Knight of Pentacles.
Ah. Any special messaging for our programming with that?
I don't know. And the back of the cards. I love this image of the back. It's the Galaxy Goddesses.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are nice. Those are really nice.
This is a nice deck.
I'm surprised you're parting with that one.
I've got enough. Really, I'm up to 20 working decks. They're going to get jealous eventually.
Oh dear.
But no, I'm giving this one up. I think and again, it was only open for a review and the flip through here, and a little 3-card spread to see how they work together.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm with Heidi. The artwork is amazing.
The
Like, but then again, we also see that with some of the art decks.
Yeah.
And that's why you point out
is very beautiful.
Yeah, but that's why you always point out that, like, this is an advanced deck. This is a, once you're comfortable with tarot and you got it down, you can move this. So yeah, just in case, like, because you see that in class.
I see that a lot in class, and this is the reason I have so many decks. Is there's a lot of students who come into class and they've bought gorgeous decks, but they're the zero symbolism. Like the Fool looks like he's getting ready to go off into Joker class. One deck I bought for myself because I thought it'd be totally cool to have Lord of the Rings deck.
Oh,
yeah. Lord of the Rings, the High Priestess, met up with the Empress, and they hopped on a chariot and rode out of the deck. There was zero feminine influence in a deck.
Oh, God.
A good balance of male and feminine energy. It's going to be a nice deck for someone that really, truly will enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So moving along, one of the artisans and one of the authors I follow very much is Dorothy Morrison. We happen to have some Dorothy Morrison candles in stock, and these are up for sale. The first one is the Magical Miracle Worker. These are tinted candles.
Although I think Beverly just brought up a good point. Wouldn't the Lord of the Rings deck just be amazing to do like kid readings with?
If it was balanced, if it was even fun. I mean, the artists work. They literally took clips of the movie and printed it on cards and didn't care what the movie clips were.
Oh, no. Like, so they didn't even try. It was a gimmick. Total
it was just a gimmick. And that happens a lot. That's why I've started House of Aeson, because I'm tired of, us as a community spending money on gimmicks. And it's like, well, I thought I bought rosemary. No, you bought something that looked like rosemary, or was a synthetic scent and not really rosemary oil. Wow. All right. So, St. Dorothy the Wicked is this one, and it is the Magical Miracle Worker. It's a magical cure-all for impossible situations. It has a prayer on the back. These are going for $5.
Nice.
And these are from Covenant Creations. These are not a copy or anything like that. We got these in a box, and I loved the other stuff in the box. These are things I can't use.
Oh yeah, MLA's right there with you. Like the pop art theme cards can be so gimmicky and flawed. And yeah, that's definitely what you've seen, and that's where like part of House of Aeson is definitely about sales, but it's also about getting information out and being able to discuss these things and not just sell them,
right?
As much as like, here's the reviews. These are the ones we would sell. These are the ones we're not even going to, like, don't do it. You're wasting your money. It's going to be a nightmare. Or, hey, if you're really that into the imagery, here's the caveats.
Right.
Like, you got to be careful with that deck. It is not going to read itself.
Well, or, this deck is, I don't know what the artisan was thinking. The author apparently was smoking a little bit of wormwood while writing the manuscript to it.
Oh my. So, yes. So, anyway, so definitely you got really excited with the Dorothy Morrison box.
Right. And these are, I don't believe, these were all limited editions. They came in the box.
Pagan gag gifts.
Well, they're being repurposed into like business cards. If I could buy a powder and I don't like it, well, woohoo, we move on. Jewelry pieces, they'll be remanufactured into something else. Or I'll just send them to my sister-in-law and she'll create fairy art with them.
Hey, that would be amazing. Absolutely.
All right, so the next one up is Spiritual Discourse. This is a spirit communication candle. If you're working with spirits or wanting to communicate with them, this is a great one to encourage that. as an effect as having a red Pelahonic phone to the spirit world. This is great if you're planning on working with spirit, or you're working on crossing over, or you're working on connecting with them, developing mediumship gifts, which, you know, I've already used one of these. That's why I like them. That's why it's in the store. All right. So our next candle up is As the Cauldron Bubbles. Severe to put, serves as a pot stirrer. Give a pot stirrer a taste of their own medicine.
Okay. Clarifying Beverly, I think that was the previous one.
Yes. Spirit communicator, right, Beverly? All right, honey. It's over here.
Awesome.
Yes. All right. So this one is As the Cauldron Bubbles. It's to stop gossip and to give problem solvers, you know, problem creators a thing of their own, taste of their own medicine.
So that sounds like that one would be great for like the one step below putting them in the freezer.
Right.
Or when you just need a little more vindication.
Well, this is when they're not even worth the freezer. They are just running their beak, creating problems for you. This one is, you know, they're spreading gossip. They're talking bad about you. They're using your name in vain. By golly, that'll shut them up.
I just imagine Heidi walking through her house like, it's me again, Margaret. I'm a horrible person.
Well, and that's something that a lot of mediums go through. And that's why a lot of mediums go through training and get ditzy, is because they're talking to a lot of people. I mean, imagine every car that passed your house dropped off a spirit to talk to you. This is why I highly, you know, make sure that I wash my door down in vinegar. Because I don't need spirits just walking in. My property is salted. There is a salt put around it at least once every moon quarter. And if you still got problems because they're aggravatively, you can always just keep a nightlight or a TV on in the room. That'll at least let you get some sleep. All right, so we got one more candle, and its wrapper is already popping off, but that's just because it does not continue. You do not burn the paper on it. It's called the Conjurer. It's the ultimate blockbuster. So with this one, in general, it's for when you're having the same problem over and over and over again. And it's used to open up doorways. This is a doorway opener. This is one that is used to, you know, create a different way, or to pull things together. All right. So that's all the candles we currently have in stock. I am looking at making my own, or looking at doing things like I have a candle, creating a candle kit that you'll get the candle, you'll get the herbs, you'll get the oils. And if you are interested in that, send us an email and tell us what you need, and I'll probably be able to put a kit together for you. So, moving into our bath salt line. House of Aeson originally started out as bath salts too. That was the original idea. Was I was going to do bath salts and spell kits. And I have used bath salts in rituals over and over, and formulas over and over again. And every time I go and buy like a bath bomb or bath, and it really didn't do the same thing my stuff did. So these bath salts are hand created by me. I do use planetary hours. I do use moon signs and planetarial time.
Which is always a fun thing to calculate.
Exactly. And what's even more funner is when you look at me and go, what are you doing at 9 o'clock in the morning? And I'm like, it's the hour of Jupiter. I've got to get, you know, dialing for dollars made. And you're just like, oh, good God.
No. I'm good with that. Now your holy water. I take issues with your holy water. I take issues with your holy water.
Yeah. He takes issues with my holy water. He takes issues with my smudging. You froze.
Guys, if you're still hearing us, we should be back live in a couple seconds.
I'm still live. You're the one that's frozen. All right.
All right. It looks like we popped back in. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Not sure what that was.
Right. Now, some of you guys, especially my ex-students, may have had dialing for dollars bath salts before.
What is her hatred with planetary hours? Now we must all talk and discuss.
It's math.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and see, I teach my students to do it by hand, and instead of using an app, I teach them to do it longhand and sunset dividing and figuring out. And yeah, there's a lot of students that hate that.
Oh, yes. No, I do remember from one of your classes when, because now I'm setting in because we are virtual. And so now I remember that, and everyone was like, oh my God. Like, we are so lost on this.
Right.
And it's like, okay. So the first thing is your whole thing is like definitely teach it.
Mm-hmm.
But then here's the tool to do it.
Yeah.
Like, don't spend it's not important that you do it longhand. It's important that you understand it.
Right.
Longhand. And really get behind this is what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. But no, I do teach it longhand. In my past 101s, I make them figure it out longhand and show me the math. And she had a lot of hard trouble with it because she's got
dyscalculia.
So it was very technical. And yeah, it's really hard. But you know what? She got it. She kept working at it and she got it. I'm so proud of what she's doing. All right. So our bath salt lines.
Someone needs 20 pot stirrers. How are we doing on that?
We've got one pot store, but here's the thing with that. You can just make a list of the pot stores and let them all have it, honey. You take that list, you write their names down, you put it underneath that candle, and when it's done, you burn the list and the wax left over.
Oh, and Beverly will be teaching it longhand. So it does kind of speak to the value of it, but it also notes that this is hard for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like Beverly especially. But it is hard for everyone. Like no one comes into planetary hours going, wow, this is super easy. I'm totally in tune with that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone comes into it and goes, what?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Right.
And that's some of the benefit, though, of being able to go ahead and calculate this and create the bath salts with that super extra oomph.
Mm-hmm.
And adding that. And that's not something you're going to find in something massively commercial.
Right.
That's kind of the House of Aeson advantage.
Right. You're going to get them custom. They're going to have proprietary blends.
Yeah, so Beverly's comment, I'm not sure if we're going to be reading that one. But yes, it is WT actual F.
Uh-huh.
You can figure that comment out.
I'm lost. You'll have to cue me in later. The first one is my money formula. This is dialing for dollars. You will notice that all our blends are based off of blues songs or good music. Some of the things this has in it is Epsom salt, baking soda, prosperity blend of essential oils and herbs. As you see, the herbs are in there. Now, if you get a bag and it's done this, that's because it's got real oil in it. And my dialing for dollars has a lot of different oils in it to make it bring in that money. This is when you need money yesterday.
Yeah. Now get that label up to the camera so the peoples can see it. I worked hard on that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to point that out. I worked hard on that.
Right. And these are 5. These are enough for 2 baths. And it's real simple. I deal in simple, easy stuff. All you do is take a piece of this, throw it into your bathtub, fill it up with hot water. And
you might want to go back over that. I think we stuttered again.
You stuttered again.
Oh.
Fill it up with hot water. And then after it's in hot water, get in the bathtub and stay in there until it's cold and expect money to come through. In testing this one, I had a real fun time. For those that know that I do network readings and I'm on Keen. Yeah, I had about 7 hours. My phone didn't stop ringing. So dialing for dollars was a great shotgun test.
Gotcha. I'm the laggy boy.
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like we have one Facebook user that said they wanted it, but that's all I'm getting information-wise.
Okay, well, we'll sort that out when we come out of the feed. We
Absolutely.
have a number of these in stock of the bath salts because, again, they're handmade by me. We have dialing for dollars. We talked about what it's used for. The next one is Crazy Train. Has your life ever gotten out of control? Like you are like, you don't know what is going on, which God you have pissed off, but everything has just gone off rail. That's what Crazy Train is. This is the, oh my God, I don't know what I've done or who I pissed off, but stop it. Change my energy, change my wave. And this one has the same thing. It has essential oils and herbs. There is no sulfur in this one, but this is the uncross me, the unbreak, break whatever, change your luck, whatever. This will take care of it. If you keep having the same issues, same problems, everything going crazy, this will clean it out and get rid of it quickly. All right. So our other one is working 9 to 5. You hate your job? Working 9 to 5. You're working on income, you're stuck on unemployment. No matter what you do, you ain't getting an opening. This will actually move you to a different job or a better job. In testing this, I got 3 different offers from other places to come work. But we have seen a lot of work in these. These are shotgun formulas, meaning they've already been tried, tested, and proven over the years. One I do not have for you, and it's because I'm waiting for Venus to get more comfortable in Cancer and for the moon to get in the right sign that I want, is called Leather and Lace, and that is my love formula. Now, that isn't just to bring in love to your life. That's the heat up love you got.
All right.
Also with House of Aeson, we have readings. I do my astrology charts. You got tarot card readings, angel card readings, different types of segments there that you can do. But we also have another branch. Again, House of Aeson was bringing in everything of Aeson, and that is Mistic Computers. Take it away. This is your part of it.
Yeah, so we combined actually make up Mistic Computers. But no, basically Mistic Computers is a wonderful service that we provide for computer repair, website development, as well as small business support. And basically we are solution finders based on technologies to help you do your best.
Right. And with us being pagan based, we also specialize in social media, content creation. If you need a site for your coven, we ain't going to blink an eye. We're going to go, okay, how do you want it filled out?
Exactly.
If you need computer repair, we do computer repair. We do it right.
Yep. And the big thing I've always tried to point out to people is that at this point in my IT career, there's not much that like flaps me. Like, I'm pretty unflappable at this point. The worst you're going to get out of me is a brief pause.
All right.
Like, and that's going to be bad.
Yep, and I just want to address Heidi's comment of leather and lace. Yes, all bath salts will come in this 2-bath formula size. Is a total of 2 ounces. And leather and lace should be done by the end of this month.
And that's by weight.
Yeah, that's by weight. This is 2 ounces by weight. It is the same size. You'll have virtually the same packaging. Beverly, if you want a gallon, I do sell in bulk. You can see me on the side and we can do that, but I don't think you'll need a gallon for this one, honey.
More importantly, are you sure you're ready for a gallon?
Yeah.
Like, that could get complicated. That's what that could get.
No, that can get like you need a planner just for your social life. Okay.
And more ice packs. Just saying.
Right. But with the bath salts, they are heavily scented. They are heavily oiled.
I knew where she was going. That's why I just like, are you sure you're ready?
They are, tested. They may come and they may be really hard like this. That is because the oil is soaked up and locked in so much. All you got to do is knock it on.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, with Mistic Computers, if you guys are running a pagan shop, running a pagan business, needing help with your image, needing help getting your stock up, needing help with getting your PR out, reaching your customers and clients, we are fully equipped for that. We are also great at coming in and going, all right, you want to sell online, you want to do this, you want to do that, this is the type of computer you need, this is the type of equipment you need. It crashes, we'll pull it in.
Absolutely.
You're fine. Gosh, you know better than that, honey. You're doing just fine as you are.
But yeah, if you are having business issues, let us know. Like, always feel free to ask us questions.
Yeah.
We will definitely take our some time with that. Mm-hmm. And that's a added benefit is I have always followed the model of encouragement. So I encourage people to just pick up the phone and call me or email me or message me. Mm-hmm. And just tell me what's going on.
Right.
And if I, sometimes I got to take a couple of days with that and be like, all right, let me think about that.
Right.
And just like throw your, and like give you some options there.
Right.
Like, okay, this is how you can do that.
Yeah.
Hi, and that's free.
Welcome to the stream. But no, guys, we're here for technical support. We're here for business ideas, business helping you get your business up and moving. I know a lot of pagans that do events like I do every year. It's kind of been a bad year. But you're always getting that person in the middle of October or December going, hey, do you still have that gold pot that you had at Appalachian Fuss Fest? And you're like, gold pot? What gold pot? With a website, we can build it for you and you can manage it. We will train you in anything we do. You can go, yeah, here's my site, go order it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, because sometimes what people will describe to you may not make any sense, but once they have that visual and they can see your product catalog, maybe they like the words they're using just are never going to tell you what it is. But you could have a sale 6 months later from an event you had done in a better time yesterday.
No. Will you read Heidi's comment for me?
Anything for pent-up energy. Some days I feel like a volcano, but I've meditated. Honestly, I don't know if there would be a person with any energy left after I would be done.
Well, I would suggest Crazy Train. You need to change that train up, train the track up, get it moving, get it into a better situation. This would be very good for that, of moving that energy to where you need it.
Okay. But yes, hi, Alexander.
$5.
Mm-hmm.
If you're interested, you can email me. You can comment in. We've got multiples in stock. I've just done a batch of Dialing for Dollars, so it's nice and fresh. All of them are sealed. All of them are skin safe oils. Products I use are skin safe.
Exactly. Emily is totally there. A lot of her sales in later in the year come from the earlier in the year events. And yeah, and I'm sure with artwork that becomes a lot more, because sometimes in an image, the things that stick out to someone like that far out definitely has to be kind of a okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Right. Also, and bringing this, we also help work with social media and getting images and building your brand there. We're very much brand driven. As you see with the brands we do work with a few, including my own. Also, with everything going on, if you want a reading, if you want a phone appointment, I am only doing phone right now. You can go ahead and do that. However, since we got about 5 minutes left,
we do.
If you have a question, go ahead and pop it in, and please include your birthday to keep the lawyers happy. I don't use numerology in my tarot readings. Just go ahead and pop it in the chat, and I'll be happy to go ahead and answer it for you with a 3 card.
Absolutely. But yeah.
Yeah.
I know some of y'all got a question. Oh, they got a Heidi. Ooh. Beverly wants to know about her love life, 62681.
All right, we'll take Beverly's first. And then we'll pop into Heidi.
Excellent. So, yes, Heidi, be filling in what you want to know about. Oh, I love what Emily just said. That is amazing.
Okay, right now, Beverly, I feel like that, you're at the 7 of Cups looking at what you have to offer, what you've invested in, what you've grown, and what you've been experiencing. Do you like the fruit? Do you not like it? Coming ahead, I think you're going to have 2 choices coming up. You ain't already got them, they'll be presenting themselves. I feel like you'll probably take the taller choice because I feel like he's more fun. I think you make a lot of decisions on your love life based on what you think should happen or what you think the guy's got as far as bringing to the relationship. This one will just bring you fun and joy. And of course, the final outcome, your future is the wheel of fortune. You get to make the choices, you get the decisions put together. And I feel like with that, those decisions and choices will settle you in probably by the 1st of January. All right.
All right. So now we have Heidi Joe.
Okay.
And 9478. I have a person that is lingering and I'm drawn but hesitant. What should I do?
Let's take a look here.
The energy is so pure and raw and intense, but the person is also pagan. You're very welcome, Beverly.
Yeah, it's been a while since I visited that energy. All right, Heidi. Looking at this energy has a lot of opportunities, a lot of interest there. There's a lot of gain to it. Currently, it's just an opportunity. You're looking at it as, I don't know if I want it. And the final outcome is the 3 of Pentacles, which tells you to sit back and watch. Let it round itself out. I wouldn't be taking any action. I would just be letting that come forward. All right.
All right. Time for one more?
Yep.
All right, Alexandria. 53185. Will things change for the positive between us and my husband's ex-wife and her husband?
Let me take a look here. All right. Read me the question again.
Will things change for the positive between us and apparently the husband's ex-wife and her husband? So there's Alexandria and her husband, and then there's the ex-husband and his new wife.
I feel right now that there's a lot of foolery going on. Not really paying attention. They're not really giving much energy to things. I do feel Judgment Day is coming for them. And with that is a revalidation, a realization you ain't dealing with this. I would say that there's going to be probably a new agreement reached, and it's going to affect them financially. But I feel like it helps you financially. So I still think that you're going to end up pulling towards the children.
Okay. Time for one more or two more. I have to ask that.
Yeah, I'll take the next two.
Okay. Joni, if you can go ahead and get an actual formed question, we'll get that one after Ben. Right. So Ben, 10678. I have a new work endeavor. They're sending me out of state. So could you do some work and travel, please? Like, how does work and travel look?
Let's take a look here. And I'm actually going 4 cards with this because there's a double complication here. And here's why. These 2 cards popped out the same way. The 5 of Pentacles, so finances are going to be improved after it gets there, but it shows 2 of Wands. So this endeavor is actually going to create a new option for you. It does, however, currently cause you to take some sacrifices. You need to be asking yourself, what's it worth? And your final outcome is the King of Swords. This shows that you take authority, you get a better position. You're going to have to be very careful, though, because you ain't playing games with them. Okay?
All righty.
All right.
We have Joni Marie, 11-9 of 55. She's new to West Virginia, and is she where she belongs?
All right, Joni Marie, let's take a look. Welcome to West Virginia.
Hopefully this won't be like that Ren Fair sign that says thank you for coming and thank you for going. Because that's ultimately what she's asking.
All right. All right, you came here for adventure. You're looking to get settled, find your new wisdom. The middle card is the Knight of the 8 of Swords. You're kind of feeling a little trapped right now, like, oh God, what did I do? Why am I stuck here? However, it's fun. It's celebration. You get to relax and enjoy. So, Joni Marie, welcome to West Virginia. I feel you're probably where you belong, and you're going to stay here for a good while. I do, however, feel that there's travel there. Yeah, a lot of us settle in. Right.
You can have a permanent address and still move around.
Yes. All right, guys, that's going to be all of our shows for today. It's been a real joy to have you guys on. I hope you've seen some of the great artisan that West Virginia Pagans have. Go out and support them, like their pages, follow their comments. And also be watching to see what new they're putting out. Because, yeah, this was one-day show. Some of us done an hour. Some of us done photos, whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget the 18th. We are going to be live all day long. And we're going to be presenting and providing things for you. It's going to not be the same, but it's going to be just as good in the safety of your own homes. You don't have to you can, however, get dressed up if you want at your house and be posting pictures of your wear. And it's been a really fun day. And I mean, have fun. take care of yourselves. I want to thank Gwen and Ben for all the work they do putting on Central West Virginia Pagan Pride in literally any way that they could. We've had to overcome it. And we've had to really rebuild, and we're building it. And guess what? We're probably going to do this and the normal next year. But guys, you guys have done a lot. You guys continue to do a lot of work for the community. The community itself is being pulled together. And I'm really grateful for all that you guys provide us and let us do. So have a great evening. Happy Pagan Pride Vendors Day, or as I call it, Pagan QVC. If you guys have orders that you haven't put in, you can email or comment on this video down in below, and we will be following that. But also, if you have an order, be looking for a message from me. If you are not on my friends list, you may need to check your requested messages, and we can get that put together. So until again we get to see you. And by the way, let's throw it in there. We do the Naked Coffee Shop 9:30 every Tuesday night.
Mountain Bears
Coffee Shop. And we also do Mountain Bears on Fridays at 9:30. So if you like live or you like podcasts, come check us out.
And it looks a lot like this.
It does. Except
and I'm just as annoying to him.
Yeah.
Hey, you weren't supposed to agree with that.
Sorry. You know, I only agree with the truth. Y'all got a great evening. Night, y'all.
Good night.